Now, hello. Welcome to
Hi.
another reading sprint. So, the thought today is because it's kind of like early morning, at least in Europe, depending also where you are in Europe. But the thing is that kind of like productivity slash reading sprints, because I know that some people have other things to do in the weekend, like I don't know, cleaning, studying, stuff like that. So you can read if you want to, chat if you want to, and do other things that you might need to do as well. Yeah, sounds good. Then I think we can like introduce ourselves a little bit. And I'm Kevin. I'm the kind of host, creator of GLOBETROTTERATHON. And I have a YouTube channel, which is where this live is on. And I just really enjoy books and traveling, which is how this readathon really came together. Two loves in one, kind of. So then, Charlotte.
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Charlotte, and I have the YouTube channel Clumsy Charlotte. And I got the opportunity to be one of the co-hosts for the readathon. So I'm the team leader for Team Car, which is very exciting. So I'm very grateful that I get to be a part of this readathon because traveling and reading are also two of my biggest interests. So it's incredible in that way.
Yeah.
And yeah, I also have a bunch of things to do this weekend, like cleaning and stuff. But actually, I'm gonna take this sprint session as an opportunity to read because I've been sort of low key slumping with my reading, so I feel like this is a good opportunity for me to actually get some reading done for once. So I'm very excited about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear you've been slumping.
Yeah,
That's
like
always such a horrible thing.
yeah, like, I don't know. I have been reading, but I don't know if I've just been tired or I haven't been
Yeah.
prioritizing reading, or I'm perhaps not as interested in the books I'm currently reading. I don't know, like I don't know, it's been
Yeah.
something. So, but hopefully I will get my reading mojo back soon.
Yeah. Then my first question for everyone is how is the readathon going?
Ooh,
So I can start. I have read several books. I think I've read 5 books for the readathon,
that's
which
amazing.
I'm very happy about that. But also, I only worked 1 day this week, so I had a lot of time. But I'm very happy about that. Mostly, I've visited Africa, which I also think is very fun. I haven't visited Nigeria yet. I think I'm going to do that today. Um, but that's kind of like I'm feeling very happy about how the readathon is going so far. What about
That's
you?
nice. I've tracked one book so far, which I'm still happy about because, as I said, I haven't been reading as much.
Yeah.
So far I've visited. I put down Russia and Japan, I think, when I tracked the book. And that's because I read the book How High We Go in the Dark. And it's so difficult to pinpoint because it's some sort of like I was too confused by the book, but it's even described as like you're traveling across continents. So it's a lot. No,
Okay.
and I also put down I think the Arctic for it. I don't know. I'm so
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah.
Because the thing is it's about like an Arctic plague and they also go to like Siberia, but then there are also characters from Asia and Japan. So it's basically like a bunch of short stories in one book. It's very interesting, and I do feel
Yeah.
like I didn't give the book enough attention to fully appreciate it. I think it's mainly on me why I'm so confused. Um, but yeah, so I with that book I actually did travel a bunch, uh, although I don't know the specifics of where I went.
Yeah.
Uh, but I have a bunch of options for reading today. I sort of haven't decided because,
Ooh.
like, I'm currently reading The Dragon Republic still because I'm behind.
Oh,
So this
yeah.
covers like Asia and China. So I might just try and power through with this one because it's a reread for me. I'm also reading Stöld, which is a Swedish book. So I'm reading it for a book related to me and where I am, but I'm not enjoying it so much. So I think this is
Oh,
what's slowing me down.
yeah.
Uh, Another book I'm currently reading is actually Kevin's book, but I don't want to read it now because I feel so awkward
Uh,
reading it in front of Kevin. So I'm gonna do it after.
yeah, I can understand that. I'm
Yeah,
happy you're reading it though. I hope you enjoy it.
I am. I am.
Yeah.
But I don't want to. I don't know. Like I feel awkward. So I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I think I will
I
finish it today, actually, because it reads fairly quickly because it's written in verse. Um, but so I am excited about finishing another book, and that it's Kevin's
yeah.
book. But I
Yeah.
won't do it during the springs.
You can count it for Sweden
Yeah, exactly. That's
instead
my
of
plan,
stud if you
and
want to. Okay.
potentially Germany as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. So
Uh,
that works out well.
yeah. And then my final option for what I might pick up is City of Ghosts, because this
Oh.
works for both like the city prompt that is in Team Car, and I think this could work for England uh, and so on. But mainly because it's quite short and it's a middle grade, so I do feel like perhaps it will be a bit of an easier read, and it might make me more excited about reading, because that's what I sort of feel like I'm missing. I miss the excitement to read.
Yeah.
So perhaps picking up a middle grade might be a bit more approachable, I guess. So I have it here as an option too, depending on how it goes.
Yeah, I absolutely understand that. Yeah, I
Mm.
have also a lot of books that I'm planning on. A big stack of books. I actually just like 5-10 minutes before this live, I finished a book. So I was planning on continuing that book during the live, but then I didn't have that long. So I just finished it. So I'm not in the middle of any book, which feels very weird to me. But I am thinking of Honey and Issue.
Ooh.
Also because it's kind of like it's a fake dating. I don't know if it's YA or middle grade. I don't know how old they are, but it feels like it's gonna be kind of quick. I also have a book on my e-reader if I want to read an ebook. But the one that I think I'm going to read is EXO, which is a superhero book set in a futuristic Nigeria, which sounds really, really cool.
Hmm.
And I think it's kind of funny because, as I said, I've read mostly for Africa. The book that I just finished was for Africa. So it feels kind of weird that I will continue on with Africa, going from the south to the north now. But
Fun.
yeah, this feels or it looks really, really stunning, like this comic book style, very superhero, future, sci-fi, technology, all of that. I think it sounds really cool. So I think this is the one that I will be reading. And then I also have 1001 Nights, which is a collection of fairy tales from like the Arabia, Persian area. So I think of this as well. And then I also have Game of Stars, which is a middle grade in case I feel like I want to read a middle grade. And then the last book is Luck of the Titanic.
Oh.
So I have this as well, which is a group book for GLOBETROTTERATHon. We haven't decided on a date for the live for that book yet, but it's coming. Yeah, so that's kind of like my plan.
Cool.
But I do think that I will read a graphic novel first. Always nice to start off with a graphic novel.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Then we have a few comments. So good morning. Yeah.
Hello.
Now I'm kind of curious how the time is for everyone as well. So then, hi ladies. I'm stuck in between Europe and Asia for the readathon, just like Turkey, my home country. I visited Turkey, Bulgaria, Japan, Turkey till now. I'll be reading my 5th book today with you. You visited
Cool.
a lot of countries.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I should also say that you can count two continents for one country, or yeah. So some countries like Russia and Turkey and other countries as well, they are two continents. You can count two continents for one country if you want to. You can also write unspecified if it's unspecified where the book is set. So that is also fine. What readathon are you talking about? The GLOBETROTTERATHon. Welcome. And I should also say that in the description box down below, you have all the information. You have the sign up sheet if you want to, and the tracking sheet. So if you want to, if you finish a book and you want to track it, you have all of that down below. Then we have good evening from, I think, is that short for Australia?
Yeah, I think
Maybe.
so.
Okay,
But
good.
good evening as
Um,
well.
I'm reading a nonfiction book set in the US and a fiction one set in Mali, Guadeloupe, and Haiti. So I'm moving around the world a fair bit at the moment. That's good. That's good. That's really great. Then Hanin issues a YA book, but it is really quick in my opinion. Okay, good. Good.
Nice.
I feel like it's really nice to read a book that is kind of like quick, and it seems so cute as well. It looks adorable, in my opinion. And I really like how Adiba Jagadar writes female as
Mm,
a Muslim Pakistani, no, a Bangladeshi author. I think that's really important to see as well. And I really
that's so
loved
cool.
the first book, The Henna Wars.
Ah,
And then I'm in Germany and it's 10 a.m. here. It's 10 a.m. in Sweden as well. We have like the same, I think.
time zone.
And
Yeah.
then, yeah. And then Mela, I think. Hello, everyone. I have read 5 books so far. Oh my God, that's great. I am currently reading Star Eater for South Africa. Then I will have visited all 7 continents. Wow, that's great.
Already,
That's absolutely amazing.
people are already killing it with this readathon.
Yeah,
That's so cool. Like I saw you put
yeah.
up some stats earlier this week on Twitter too. Like everyone's doing so well. I feel so behind.
Yeah, like I've been tracking as soon as someone adds a book to the tracker,
Yeah.
I add it to my own little document. And like
Mm.
some people have read like a lot, and it's really fun to see how, where
Yeah.
everyone has gone in the books. Like it's really, really cool. And so kind of inspiring, I would say too.
Mm, definitely.
And then it's 8 p.m. here in, oh my God. That is a little different from here, I would say.
I think it's so cool though, how time is so different depending on where you are in the world. And
Yeah, yeah. And people say you can't time travel. I mean, like technically, like I have an aunt who visited New Zealand, and she lived the same day twice, just
oh,
because of the time
yeah,
zone.
yeah,
Yeah, so they left on one day, and then they went over the kind of time zone border, and
yeah,
then
yeah,
that
yeah.
day was gone, and then on the
That's
way
so cool.
back, it was just super
Yeah,
weird. Like, what do you write in your diary?
yeah. I think it's so like when I've gone to or when I have traveled to Asia, there's always or it's commonly that there's a layover in Finland. And what's so interesting is that once when I went back from Asia and had my layover in Finland, since Finland is 1 hour ahead, but the plane ride to
Yeah,
Sweden is less than 1 hour. I
yeah.
actually I landed in Sweden earlier than I took off from Finland. I thought that was pretty fun. Like I think my flight was at 10 a.m. and I arrived in Sweden at 9:50 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like honestly, it kind of baffling. Like
I think
as I
it's
said, like you can
honestly
time
I
travel.
love like time difference and time zones because of that, because all of those fun
Yeah,
stories and just yeah, that it's all like even now discussing with people like, oh, it's evening where you are, but it's morning for us, but it might be night for someone else. I think it's so cool. I love it.
Yeah. Like how New Year's is different for everyone. So some people are still in
Yeah.
the last year and some people are already in the next year. It's also
Yeah.
something that I think about every new year. Like some people are already celebrating
Mhm. Mhm.
somewhere. It's
Yeah.
really weird. So then for Turkey, I look at the setting when picking the continent. If the events take place on our Asian side, I count as Asia. The same goes for Europe. I think that's pretty smart as well.
Mhm.
And then 4:14 a.m. here, East Coast, you as well. Hello, good morning, welcome.
Or good night if you
That's
haven't gone to bed
early,
yet.
yeah, yeah, or good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, the time is really a fun concept, I think. But I'm very happy that all of you are joining us for these little morning, evening reading sprints, productivity sprints. Yeah. So, what are everyone planning on reading? So, we already said, I think I'm going to go with EXO
Mm.
because it's a graphic novel. It is very heavy for a graphic novel. It's like very big
Mhm.
and just like this. But I think I'm going to go with it.
Yeah.
Have you
I
decided on
still
one?
haven't decided between these two. I might go with City of Ghosts, but it feels so bad of me to start another book when I'm like currently reading so many.
Oh,
But I don't know, I'm excited about it. And it's like the font is pretty big, which is nice too.
yeah, I
I'm
love
pretty
that about middle
optimistic.
grades.
Yeah. I might actually read this one. I think it will be
What is it about?
it's about a girl who can see ghosts, I think. And
Oh,
so she moves together with her parents to Edinburgh and she meets someone else that shares the same gift and they I don't know, they see ghosts together.
that's cool. That's really cool. Have you
Yeah.
read a middle grade by her before? I know that you've enjoyed some of her other books.
Mm. Yeah, no, I haven't. I haven't. This will be my first like Victoria Schwab book because when she
Uh,
writes her, I think YA and adult books, she goes by V.E. Schwab. But for her middle grades and like younger books, she goes by Victoria Schwab. So I think this is actually my first Victoria Schwab book, which is exciting. And
yeah,
yeah, no, I think I
yeah,
will read this one. I'm excited about it. So this is the one I'll go for.
yeah. That's great.
Mm.
Not sleepy yet, then you're absolutely welcome to sit and I don't know, take a coffee is maybe not a good thing to do at 4 a.m. I don't know. And I'm reading The Wicker King. Ooh, I've heard great things about that. It's actually like a very stunning book, just overall. And I'll be reading Man Tiger by Indonesian author Eka Kurniawan.
Mm.
Ooh. That sounds really nice. That sounds really nice. And you have to like let us know what you think while reading it so I can
Mm.
keep a tag of like recommending books around the world in case you enjoy it. And then just finished a book, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, a reread. Playing Animal Crossing for now. That's
Nice.
nice.
Good time. Also, let us know what team you're on. Are there any teammates
Yeah.
there? If you're participating in the readathon, like I'm just curious if there's any teammates of mine in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah. So then what do you say about doing the first sprint?
Yes, please.
Yes. Hi, I will be starting Human Acts by Han
Ooh.
Kang, also for Koreadathon. I am
Mhm.
very happy that there are other readathons that have to do with other countries, so you can like overlap. But
Really
that
cool.
sounds also interesting. Then I will. Da, 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 da. I had some issues with the timer last time. So I actually got an app.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
Oh,
what do you
cool.
say? Yeah, it looks very nice, I think. But
Yeah.
it actually sounds when the time goes down, which is needed. But what do you say about like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to start?
How about 15 minutes? I think that's a good solid start.
Yeah. So 15. So,
Nice.
yeah. Then everyone pick up your books or whatever you're going to do for 15 minutes, and I will see you then. Good luck.
Good luck. Happy reading or
Happy
productivity.
reading. Now everyone woke up. Kind of like a waking up alarm clock.
We didn't hear anything though.
What? What?
So I think either you perhaps muted the screen, or I didn't hear anything at least. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
Which is fine. So I first heard something when you started to talk.
Ah. Oh. Oh
We'll try again
no.
next time.
Oh no. And I even like audio checked it and stuff, but of
Oh,
course, like,
that's fine though.
okay,
We'll
I
give it
will.
another go.
How did it go? Um, I read almost 40 pages,
That's great.
but it's also like graphic novels. Some pages didn't have any dialogue, they were just like action battle scenes or battle
Hmm.
scenes, fight scenes.
Oh,
But yeah, in these just 40 pages, a lot of things happened. Like one person died and one person disappeared and one person left the country and came back. It's like 40 pages. How?
is it a series like graphic novel, or is it just one?
Yeah, it says volume one, but I'm also very impressed because it's by three different people.
That's nice.
Yeah, like usually for the graphic novels I've read, it's either one person doing everything or it's two persons. So one
Mm,
doing the story and one doing the illustrations.
yeah.
So that's interesting. How did it go for you?
It went well. I read 30 pages actually.
Yeah.
Uh, but as once again, it's middle grade, so it reads a bit more easily, I would say, and also the font size is pretty big, so like it's quicker than I guess if I would read this one.
Oh,
But yeah, no, we're getting introduced to the character and sort of how she started seeing ghosts, and we meet her best friend who is a ghost, which is quite fun. And yeah, I think this is a good choice. Hopefully, it's one of those books I might actually be able to read this weekend.
yeah.
So it would be great if I could add another book to my books read in March because I'm so behind. And it also
Yeah.
starts like what made me love it already is it starts with a quote from Peter Pan, a quote that I love. It might be mirrored now,
Oh.
but yeah, it's the to die will be an awfully big adventure, and I
Ah.
yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah. Have you seen any ghosts yet?
Yeah, her best friend is a ghost, and we meet him like on the first or second page, so that is fun.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah,
Having a best friend who is a ghost. That's
yeah,
cool.
kind of. Yes, I think it will be interesting. Like it's only the start of the story. We haven't really set like we don't know what the main plot of the story will be yet. But I'm excited to continue to read it. I think it will be a like a nice cozy time.
Yeah, that's great. That's the way that it should be when you start a book,
Yeah,
wanting to
I agree.
continue it.
I agree.
So, how did it go for everyone else? I'm curious. So, Team Airplane, whoop whoop. Do you know how long you'll be on here? No. But a while. I'm planning to be on here for a while and just doing like several more sprints. I don't know how long it will be in total, but you can count on at least like one, maybe 2 more hours. I don't know, but a few more sprints. And another team airplane. I didn't hear it either. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's a setting in StreamYard that is turned off. Yeah, probably. And I just missed it. So hopefully for the next sprint, I will see what it is.
Yeah, I think similarly to how our cameras have mute buttons, I also think that the
Oh,
the the screen, like once you see that one, there's also a mute button for the actual screen. Um, so double check that later.
That makes sense. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I I will check that. Then I read 24 pages of The Dragon Republic. That's
Nice.
good. It's a very big book.
Yeah,
So, like, any progress is great progress. I
yeah.
don't even wanna know the page count.
650,
Oh
I
my
think.
god. Yeah, I
You
just know,
recently
like
finished it or read
what
it,
did you
right?
say? I
You
finished
recently.
it. Yeah, I finished it just, like, earlier this week,
Oh,
and I only listened to it as an audiobook, and it's really weird because at reading a lot of audiobooks, you feel like now it has to I've read it for this amount of time, so now it has to soon be over, kind of. And
yeah.
then it's like 10 more hours. And it's like, oh my god. Yeah, but it's like over, I think it's like 24 hours as an audiobook, which is a lot.
Yeah,
It's very,
that's so
very
long.
much. Yeah. And I did really want to like continue reading it and start the next book in the series,
Mm,
but I felt like I need some lighter
yeah.
books first and then get back into. But the ending of The Dragon Republic,
Right?
oh my god. Oh
Right?
my god. Yeah, just wow. I had to dedicate a full spread of my reading journal just for that book, for
Nice.
all of the notes.
Cool. That's cool.
A lot of things happen. I did really enjoy it. So I do like hope that you will enjoy it as well.
It's a good one.
And I read 13 pages, decided to
Yeah,
read my nonfiction book, Swan Dive, The Making of a Rogue Ballerina. Ooh,
that's cool.
that sounds interesting. A rogue ballerina. I'm like curious, who is that? And why are they rogue?
Is it like the Black
Like,
Swan, the movie?
yeah,
That's like a
yeah,
rogue
that,
ballet, I would say.
yeah, like it sounds a little like that. That's interesting.
Really.
So I think we all did very well with the first sprint.
Definitely. I agree.
Then I know that I asked like the first live, but maybe some of you in the comments or watching this haven't, or you weren't here for that live. So I am going to ask here as well, because it is a travel related readathon and I love traveling. What is the like dream vacation? Like we talked about this last week for the first live, and I'm curious about like all of your dream vacations. And because everyone has kind of read from around the world already for the readathon and before the readathon as well, I think. It's very interesting. Maybe you read a book set in this place. I don't know. But I'm very curious to hear some about this. So, Charlotte, what is your dream vacation or dream vacations?
I would love to go to Italy. I've been to Italy, to like the more northeastern parts, like Venice, Cattolica, San Marino. But I would love to go to Rome and like do all of the touristy things because I love touristy things. So like Colosseum, the Vatican, all of that, and just eat wonderful food. So yeah, I go to Italy, mainly Rome, but then also perhaps rent a car, travel up north to like Bologna, Florence, Milan. That would be amazing. I feel like I would really just vibe with the Italian
Yeah,
culture. I don't know.
that sounds really, really amazing, honestly. Yeah. It's kind of like same. I've only also been, but I've been to the part of Italy closer to France.
Yeah.
And I agree. Like I would love to go visit more south. But I
Hmm.
would also love to visit like Sicily, the
Yeah.
little island outside. I don't really know where in
Yeah.
height it is to the different cities, but it
Yeah.
looks really, really nice.
Yeah. I've been to Sicily because I've been to Malta. So then we took like a day trip to Sicily, which is just above it. So I've been to like
Yeah,
the volcano there, Etna. Um, but yeah, I would love to visit more of the like mainland Italy.
that's really, really cool. Like I read a book for the Eurovision last year set in
Mhm.
Malta, and I was just like, I want to visit there.
Yeah.
It sounds so nice. And like I think it's so weird that in Europe we have white beaches
Hmm.
in certain countries,
Yeah.
and like it's white snow, and there they have white beaches. It's very strange to me,
Yeah.
but I think it's like I live in northern Sweden, for those of you who don't know. So like we still have snow here, for example. It's slowly melting, but it's still here. And it's weird to know that some places don't have that.
Mm.
That's very strange. And like beaches, we don't have beaches in that way. Like
Yeah.
sea free water, also a weird concept.
Or like
That's like
turquoise
pools.
water. I would love to go somewhere with like those turquoise, like so
Yeah.
wonderful.
And
Like
I've
that's
heard
what
like
I've been craving these last few years, like a proper sunny vacation, just laying on the beach for hours, like staring out at the water, having a pina colada in one hand, some watermelon in the other, and just be.
yeah.
I think that would be lovely.
Yeah. I feel like we all need a vacation.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
that
Relax
sounds
and
yeah,
disconnect,
just like
right?
a
Right?
spa day for the soul, kind of.
Yes, exactly.
And we have I would really like to go to Scotland and also somewhere you can see the Northern Lights. I
Ooh.
agree. Scotland, I would love to go to Scotland.
Mm,
And that is also like something, it's also very like strange. Scotland, I think, is the same height as mid Sweden, like not mid Sweden, but like the part of Sweden that we refer to as mid Sweden, which
yeah,
is kind of like
yeah,
Stockholm belt.
yeah.
Yeah, but it
Ooh.
looks so cool. And like the Highlands, Ireland is sounds also very, very cool, I think.
Mm,
And somewhere you can see Northern Lights. I agree. Northern Lights are really, really cool.
mm,
We have gotten them, I think, 5 times. I've seen them, but it's not as clear as if you go further north. But I
yeah.
agree, it's absolutely gorgeous. And I would love to go somewhere where you can see the galaxy. Like some places you can
Whoa,
actually see the Milky Way
that's cool.
because there's no light pollution. It
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
stunning. And I would love to go to Iceland. I agree. It also like Iceland sounds very nice.
yeah. Yeah. Wonderful nature, I
Have you ever
think.
been to Iceland?
I haven't. I've only heard great things about it.
Yeah. I've only like as a Nordic, I'm a very bad Nordic. I've only been to Sweden and Denmark. I've
Uh,
never been to Finland or Norway.
mm,
So it's kind of like, but I would love to visit all of the Nordic countries someday.
yeah, same.
Then back to Finland for sure in winter because I loved it. Hoping to go next year. And Cuba and Turkey and Greece. And the list is kind of endless. Yes, I
Very,
relate to that. It's a
yeah.
very long list, but it's very kind of nice, I think, to just dream like where would you like to go and all of that. And I'm
Mm,
happy that you enjoyed Finland. in the winter. I've heard that it's beautiful. I don't know how similar it is to here, to Sweden or to Norway. That's why
I
I
don't
want to
know.
go to those two.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know how similar we are. I just know that we can't rely on Swedish in Finland, but we can in Norway. It's also
True.
yeah. Cuba and Turkey and Greece. Greece I have visited, but like all of those sound absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Yeah,
I'm
definitely
also
so many
always
places to travel. Endless list. Very true.
endless lists. I feel like that is the way to go with traveling. Like it's nice to have options,
Yeah,
so to speak.
very true. Very true.
Yeah. I also want to visit a lot of countries in Asia.
Mm.
Like I know there was someone who told me that there is kind of like a Siberian train that you can take
Oh
that
yeah,
goes through Siberia. I want to do that. That
um,
sounds fantastic.
yeah. I
Isn't
think I've heard
I
about
don't
that too, actually.
yeah, I feel like that could potentially be dangerous if you go like in winter.
Hmm.
Like I don't really trust a train on a rail in winter, but it sounds like it could be fantastic
Yeah.
if you like trains. There's that, but it does sound fantastic, I think.
Mm.
Maybe someday. But also,
Yeah.
like, there are a lot of really cool countries in the world. Like, some places with pink lakes and like
Oh
salt
yeah.
lakes and that. I think
Yeah.
that's really cool.
True.
Really cool.
Oh yeah. It would be fun. I'd also like. I think I've been to most continents. The only one I haven't been to is South America, and I would love to go to like I don't know, like to Brazil and experience the festival in Rio de Janeiro, and also
Oh,
like visit the Amazonas, the forest, and experience that, and perhaps like yeah, just travel across the various countries in South America. I think would be really cool and a very different experience to many other places I've been. So that's something I hope to achieve one day, so that I can at least tick off most continents except the Arctic, of course.
yeah. I agree. Like, I've never been there or to Africa or to Oceania either. But it sounds like I would love to go to South America and to see these old Mayan
Yeah,
temples.
yeah,
And like just seeing all of that would be really fun. And I would love to go to Egypt to see the pyramids.
yeah.
That
Agree.
it sounds so amazing
Hmm.
just to see it in front of you.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, a lot of like culture things, and like just I don't know what to call it, but like these monuments and stuff that I would love to see.
Yeah, I agree. Then I also like for everyone, I'm always looking for books set in different places. So if you have any recommendations for that, please comment them so we
Mm.
can write a list of all of the recommendation books that travels around the world or is set around the world.
You will have an entire list of that when you go through all of the tracked books. Then you will be able to
Yes.
match them to different countries as well. So this is basically just you gaining a bunch of recommendations throughout an entire month.
Yes, that is true. Now I feel like I should have asked for the ratings because I
Ah,
don't know if any of you have like given 1 stars to any of the books. It's like I don't know.
yeah, true.
Then would you like to do a second sprint?
Yes.
And I will say time.
I don't know if there should be like a mute button somewhere or something.
It doesn't have any.
Not if you hover over the like small screen thing at the bottom.
No, it only has the three dots and
Yeah.
remove.
Okay, okay, that's weird then.
Okay, I will attempt 2 seconds and we'll see if you can hear anything. Well, experimenting.
Okay, sure.
Now I didn't even hear anything.
Maybe it's too short.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, 5 seconds. Did you hear that?
No.
Okay. No, okay. Then I will do good old internet.
Perhaps there's just some sort of disconnect between the app and StreamYard in that case. Could be
Yeah,
something like that.
maybe. Yeah. It's difficult to kind of try out because my computer sound, I don't know if it's, like if it's my computer saying for the app or if it's for
Mm,
StreamYard that I hear it. So I will try the internet. I think this is the one that we did last time, but for
yeah,
safety, I'm doing 5 seconds.
yeah, that we
You heard that. Okay,
hear.
good.
Yeah.
Great. That we cleared that out. So what time would you like this time? Like, should we go for 30 minutes?
Yeah, I'll be up
Yeah.
for 30.
Then we're doing 30 minutes. And good
Cool.
luck, everyone. Happy reading.
Happy reading.
So, how did it go?
It went well. I'm trying to find
Yeah.
my mark. I think I'm sitting on it or something. But yeah, I read a bit over 60 pages actually.
Ooh, that's great. Oh
Yeah,
my God, are you almost at half?
maybe a
It
third.
looks
I think a
maybe a
third of it.
third.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you thinking so far about it?
I like it. It reads very quickly. It's taking some time for the actual plot or story to happen. Um, because yeah, I think it took about 50 pages until we actually learned that the family was about to move and stuff, which is sort of like, I guess, what will start off the entire story. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's all right. It's fine.
Yeah. Did you go to Edinburgh yet?
Yeah. So that is fun at least. So right now there's a lot of like the girl, the main character. She learns about the differences in like American English and British English, like chips, crisps,
Oh,
trousers, pants, underwear. So a bunch of things like that, which is quite fun actually.
yeah. So that would be a good book for me to use in education.
Yeah, true actually. For that,
Difference
it's,
between American and British English.
yeah, because she goes from America to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so that's actually a bit fun.
Yeah, that's great that you enjoy it so far.
Yeah, I think it will be a good read, considering like the low key slump I've been in. So as I said, I hope I will finish it this
Yeah.
weekend, and then I can feel more confident about my March TBR. I think.
Yeah. Did you have it on your randomizing or?
No, it's mainly that I could match it to the prompts. So for Team Car, it's for the City of Ghosts, like city prompt. And I had meant to use it for traveling as a bonus prompt as well because they go from America to Scotland. But I used another book for that. And then in Greek Godathon, I can use it for Hades because it features the undead because it's ghosts. And then I think for Tropical Readathon, I can use it for like the new kid in town trope because she's new to the town.
Yeah.
So mainly because of that, it worked for all of the prompts.
Yeah, that's nice when you have like multiple readathons when you can actually use the same book multiple times.
Exactly. How's it going for you with your book?
Yeah, it went well. I'm like 100 pages into it, I think.
Hmm.
Almost like a fourth into it.
Oh, it's a long one
Yeah,
then for a graphic
it
novel.
is. Yeah, I think it's like 300 maybe. Yeah, exactly
Wow.
300 pages.
Wow.
So it's a long graphic novel,
Hmm.
but there are a lot of pages that is just action and not
Yeah.
a lot of dialogue. So it's just like you can read that page in very short time.
Yeah.
Like 1 second, look at the pages, move on. Because
Yeah.
there's no dialogue. But I do kind of enjoy it so
Hmm.
far. It reminds me both of Iron Man for
Oh.
Marvel, like the whole
Hmm.
concept with the suit and that an artificial intelligence talks to him when he's in a suit.
Hmm.
Very like Iron Man and also Avatar Korra,
Hmm.
The Legend of
Yeah.
Korra gives that kind of vibes as well.
That's fun.
But I do enjoy it so far. I think the art style is really, really beautiful.
That's good.
And I
That's really
think it,
good.
yeah, it's not like other graphic novels that I've read. I think this is the first one that is very high or advanced sci-fi, like hard
Hmm.
sci-fi in a way. And I realized it's set in 2025 and it's futuristic. It's
That's
like
interesting.
that's yeah, it's not that long. It's
That's in
like
three
in three
years.
years. Yeah. Futuristic Nigeria. It's in 3 years.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's
I was a
funny.
little surprised when I saw that. Like, isn't it supposed to be like 21, 25, maybe? But
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
2025.
When was it
That was
written?
um check 2021,
Oh, okay. So then it was
last
intentional, then, I
year.
guess.
Yeah,
Cool.
very strange.
Yeah, I bet.
Then I was chilling on TikTok in the beginning, so I only read about 30 pages. That's still very good. And
Yeah,
chilling is important too. It is the weekend, so
exactly.
just relax. It's good. Then I have not read anything. I need to do some studying today. Yeah, that's good to study. Like I know that sometimes it feels like you don't really have time to study. So good luck with that. And I'm curious, like, what are you studying?
Hmm. Do you have any exciting weekend plans, Kevin?
No. For me, it's mainly like um, relaxing. I would like to go out and just hike for a while in the forest, but
Yeah,
we haven't had that great of weather. So I haven't been able to do that, but I would love to do that. So hopefully the weather is nice tomorrow so I can go for a little hike and
that's
sightsee
lovely.
in the city. Yeah, what about you?
Um, I'm having a couple of friends over for dinner tonight. We're gonna watch the finale of the Melodifestivalen, our competition for Eurovision Song Contest. So I'll be cooking dinner, and yeah, then we're gonna watch it together. So after this sprints, I need to go and do like some grocery shopping and prepare and clean up my place a bit. And then tomorrow, I think will be pretty chill. I don't know if I might go to the movies with a friend, but it sort of depends on her schedule. Like I told her I'm available, but she needs to figure out if she's available or not.
Mhm.
So if we go, we're going to see the Batman.
Ooh.
I watched it already. I saw it last week, but I really, really enjoyed it. So I told her that, well, if you need someone to watch it with, I'm available. I can do it again. It's fine.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
I've heard great things about that movie. And it's kind of
Mm.
like I am intrigued.
I really liked it. I really enjoyed the vibes. It's more of a like detective noir sort of story. Like it's not
Ooh.
as much violence as many I feel like new action movies and superhero movies have, which I appreciate. I love when there's more of a mystery and like yeah, you're sort of more
Yeah.
I guess old school sort of Batman who's just trying to solve mysteries. And I also really loved how I liked Robert Pattinson's interpretation of the character. I thought he did a really good job. Um, so yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the sound of that, like old school mystery. That sounds like
Mhm.
something that I would enjoy
Yeah,
because I don't really watch a lot of action movies because I feel like it's only special effects and not a good story.
yeah,
So I am very intrigued about that now.
yeah. I would recommend it actually. I liked it.
Yeah. Yeah. Was it good, like a cinema experience?
It was actually. I feel like it's a good movie to watch at the cinema. I was a bit worried because sometimes when a movie is newly released, I don't know, the audience might be a bit annoying. That definitely was not the case with this movie. I feel like everyone was very much like in the movie, in the story, and everyone was paying attention. I actually Thursday I went and saw House of Gucci with a friend, which is another movie, and that one's been out for a while. So I sort of expected it, like the salon, to be fairly empty and only for like old people to go and see it. But there were actually quite a lot of youths that went to see the movie, which was unexpected. But they were also like, some of them were fairly annoying. So I think it might have been one of those cases when, like, well, there was nothing better to do, so might as well go and see a random movie, and perhaps they didn't really care that much about it. So like people were pulling up their phones, and like someone played a phone game with the sound on. So like I actually told them off, like, hey guys, can you like turn it off, like in the middle of the movie? So that was unexpected for like that the annoying audience went to House of Gucci. I was like, what? This is weird. Did not expect to have this issue with that movie.
No. It's still like so weird to me that some people do that in a
Yeah,
movie salon.
yeah. Because I
Like,
know, like, when we were growing up, we were always told to like turn off our phones when we went to see a movie, right? And I
yeah,
understand now that, okay, sure, you might be expecting a certain message. So, all right, if you pull it up once to check or something. But like, if you're, I don't like, they were literally playing like games and stuff on their phone with the sound on. Like, turn the sound off at least. Come on. I don't know. It's just different
yeah,
nowadays.
yeah, unfortunately.
Mm. Yeah. So I was the grumpy person who yelled at the kids at the cinema.
Yeah.
That was me this time.
Kind of like an existential moment.
Yeah, like I made it now. I'm officially old and grumpy.
Yeah, I am officially adulting,
Exactly.
telling off the kids who
Yeah,
uses their mobile phones.
yeah, exactly. I'll gladly take that. Like, I think it's fair. Like, if you go to the movies, I get that you might not care that much about the film, and that you might, I don't know, be able to pay attention for that long and want to do something else. Like, that's fine. But at least don't disturb the rest of the audience, I would say.
I agree, and it's like it feels weird that no one else, because there usually are people working at it
Yeah.
in the room, like that no one said like, "Hey, stop that," something.
But do the people that work at the cinema usually stay? I don't think they do, or do they?
Yeah, the only like for the past years, I've only gone to the cinema in my city, and then there's always a person introducing themselves in the
Yeah,
beginning and the movie, and
true.
then they sit on the first row.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't
they
think that happens in
always,
Stockholm. I think everyone, like, they walk in, they introduce themselves, tell everyone like, "Hope you enjoyed the movie. Please turn off your phones," and then they walk out.
maybe you have always like full salons.
Nah, not really.
No, I don't know then the reason we have that. Like,
Okay, well, that's
usually
good.
someone stays,
Yeah.
or
Okay.
they would sit on like the stairs on the
Yeah.
sides.
Okay.
There's usually one person in there, at least on
Hmm.
the movies that I've watched. So,
That's fun though for those for the ones that get to stay watching a movie on work.
free, yeah, I that must be very like nice.
Yeah.
Just sit and watch a movie. I wonder what that is like, kind of to do that kind of work,
Mhm. Yeah.
especially in like premiere night or
Oh,
marathon nights.
yeah.
Like, imagine not going for like being on a marathon night and only doing the second movie or the third movie, but not being there for the first two. And then you're like spoiled for everything.
True. Very true.
Okay. So I actually have also to transition to some uni work. Then good
Ooh.
luck with the uni work. Went on Twitter for a bit and then read 30 pages of The Serpent's Secret. Have a few books that I've started. That's good. That's good. And I'm curious, what do you think of The Serpent's Secret so far?
That's the book you enjoy, right?
Yeah, it's the first book. This is the sequel.
Ah.
So it's this Indian princess who doesn't know that she was a princess until her
Mhm.
parents are kidnapped. And she has to go to India and save them and learn who she is and battle mythological creatures and people and stuff. And it's
That's
really, really fun. It was a
mhm.
lot of fun to read.
Nice.
I'm studying biology, ecology. I really love it, but sometimes I just don't want to study. That's a mood. That is a mood.
You're not alone in that feeling.
No, no. Like, usually, I know I graduated university last summer, and I had that, you feel like I loved what I'm studying. I love
Mm.
working at this, but I don't want to study right now.
Yeah.
And certain kind of courses aren't interesting.
Mhm.
I know we have we have to study literature and we have to study for all of Nordic.
Mhm.
So I had to read short stories in Finnish, Greenlandic, Norwegian, Swedish, Faroese, and Danish,
Oh,
and be
wow.
able to tell them apart. And
Whoa.
it was tricky. Like Norwegian and Danish,
Yeah.
you can, like, growing up in Sweden, the difference between them just
Yeah.
listening to it.
Yeah.
In Finnish, you also put Faroese and Greenlandic. It's like, what?
That's completely off and different. Yeah.
Yeah. And like in Greenland, the language, one sentence is one word. You have
Oh,
like the
wow.
root. Yeah. So you have one word, and then you just add stuff to that word to tell the sentence. So
Oh,
everything is like prefix and suffix. You
damn.
just put things on a word
Yeah.
to say the sentence. So it's long words instead of
That's really
sentences.
difficult if you don't know the language, actually.
Yeah. And learning like that you have to do endings and stuff,
Yeah.
that the differences between if I did it and if you did it, and
Mhm.
then when it's done, all of that is just
Mm.
put on a word.
Mm.
And it's sounds so complicated. But it
Definitely.
was also very, very interesting to study. Just and having to explain how to pronounce words in Danish was very
Mhm.
interesting. Having
Oh,
to
God.
explain that. But I
I can't do
remember,
it's too difficult. I struggle so much when listening to Danish.
and people are usually like in Sweden, I know my students are confused because Danish is easier to read than Norwegian. Danish
Yeah.
is like closer to our spelling
Yeah.
than Norwegian, but we do
Mm.
not understand Danish that good at all.
I see.
So, gotta go, guys. Have a great weekend. You too.
Have a great weekend. Wow.
Yeah, I remember it was late for her.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Australia, right?
yeah,
Or wherever it was.
Australia. Yeah, it's a little while away. I think, isn't like the plane ride from here there is like almost a day?
Yeah. Yeah, like with including layovers, I think it's about
Yeah.
20 hours.
Wow. Like the longest I've been on a plane is 12 hours.
Mhm.
I don't remember, I think it was when we visited Thailand.
Yeah.
It took 12 hours. So like longer than 12 hours is also that's kind of like traveling to Denmark from where I live. It's
Yeah.
12 hours but by train instead of plane. So it's like very weird to compare.
Yeah. It is. Mm.
Okay.
Have you also been keeping track of like the points and stuff for the readathon, or do you just keep
I
stats of
have.
like, ooh, is it exciting? You don't need to spoil who's in the lead, but is it exciting? Is it even, or is there like a clear leader?
There are a few who have over 100 points.
Wow,
And so far, two people have read for all continents,
that's
which is a
amazing.
bonus of 150 points.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
I need to
so
up my
it's
game.
yeah, I kind of feel like that when I keep track of them, like, oh my God, I'm
Mm,
so behind all of these people.
yeah.
Um, yeah, but also like we don't track page count. So
Yeah,
if you have like a fairy tale that you read in 30 pages, you can count
yeah,
that.
true.
So it's always different how people approach
Yeah,
that way. Yeah.
true. And there were like you had, I think it was three giveaways planned, right?
Yes. So that is, we're doing that for the last live. I will reveal stats and who will win.
Exciting.
So, yeah, that is going to be a lot of fun. So I hope a lot of people who joined
Mm,
the giveaway will be there to witness if they win or not.
cool.
That is going to be very exciting. I'm really happy with how the readathon is going so far, since it is the first readathon that I have hosted
Yeah,
myself, like that I created. So I'm really happy about that so far.
I'm happy to
I
hear
know
that.
that, yeah, I already have like ideas for how I could do another Globetrotterathon
Hmm.
thing in the future. I really enjoy it so far.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And I should say, like, to everyone, I was sick for a few days. That's why I have to a lot of liquids. Yeah.
But you're feeling better now, right?
Then, yeah, I still have kind of like a slight fever,
Mm-hmm.
but I really hope that I will be completely symptomless on Monday
Yeah.
when I go back to work because I
Yeah.
have the first class on Monday. And we're doing, like in English class, we are traveling the world. The whole course has been like that, the whole plan for
Mm-hmm.
the entire year. So we first was in Oceania, so one English speaking region. Then we went to Africa, North America, and now we're in Europe. So the
Mm-hmm.
English speaking places in Europe. So because we're doing kind of like the UK, they're gonna do a murder mystery on Monday. So
Mm,
that's gonna be a lot of fun. So I'm hosting a murder mystery in my classroom. That's
nice.
gonna be yeah, I'm really excited about that. And I hope that they will enjoy it. I did do it with the Swedish class
Mm-hmm.
last semester and they loved it. So I hope that they will love it in English as well. But it's a different class, so they
Mm-hmm.
haven't been spoiled about the murderer or anything.
Nice.
But I just, when I think about the UK and England, I think murder mystery and key. So,
Yeah, true. Makes sense.
yeah. Yes, I really hope that I will be completely fine
Yeah.
before Monday. So I
Mm-hmm.
can do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're working Monday too, right?
Yep. As per
Yeah.
usual, Monday to Friday.
Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next weekend, me and my office, like all of my colleagues, we're going on like a conference to Åre, which is up north for me.
Yeah.
So we'll be leaving next Saturday evening. We'll take the night train, and then we'll be there
Ooh.
4 or 5 days actually. So that will be a lot of fun.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah, so it will be like a short break from work, but together with my colleagues. And of course, we will still have like conferences and like meetings, and I guess do some planning and also like have some lectures about various topics. But we will also like go skiing and have nice dinners, and yeah.
Yeah. That sounds so nice to have like to work and
Mm,
have that kind of
yeah,
thing as well.
yeah, I
Like
really
it
like it. I very much
yeah.
appreciate to do that with my office.
Yeah. I think it's like nice just to get away for a while,
Hmm.
even if it's still with work, just to
Yeah,
get away, see something else, another setting and all of that can make a big difference, I think.
yeah, I
So
agree,
that's really nice.
100%. Mm.
I just came back to let you know, Kevin, that Man Tiger by Indonesian author Eka Kurniawan is a great book. On page 73, it's my second book by him. Both are magical realism books. Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, I am writing that up. To find a pen.
I'm glad that you're enjoying his books.
Yeah. Now I'm curious, like, what is the other book that you read that you enjoyed?
Man, Tiger.
That also like intrigues me because if it's a magical realism book and it's called Man Tiger, is that like a shape shifting thing? Or like I'm curious.
Yeah,
I'm really happy you're enjoying it. Just gonna write it up.
I know that Pinar is great at reading books from various countries because I know she participated in Olympics-a-thon both times as
Ah,
well and has done great, like with all of the various prompts. So yeah.
yeah. She's doing great in the GLOBETROTTERATHON so far as well,
Oh,
which I love
cool.
seeing.
Nice.
One of my goals this year was to read books from different countries because in 2021 I read most from American authors. Readathons like this one and the Olympics of Fun really helped me read more diverse. Well, good. That's great. Like, I'm really happy that we contributed and help people read more diversely and from around the world. So,
Yeah.
really happy you enjoy that.
So cool to hear it. Like for me, it was my goal when I created Olympics-a-thon first time to make it fun, but also to have some prompts to encourage people to read more diverse, both from like various nations and translations, but also I had the like Paralympics prompt and stuff like that. So that's really cool to hear that it's been helping you out. That's
Yeah.
all I personally ever wanted with my readathon, and I think you might feel similarly, Kevin.
Yeah, I do. I did take some inspiration from Olympics-a-thon because I really do enjoy that whole idea of reading from around the world
Hmm.
and diversely. So I did take some inspiration from that.
You're
And I
welcome
think,
to.
yeah, I think it's just such a fun thing. Also, like for me, I've lived in Sweden my whole life.
Hmm.
So for me, I find it kind of boring to read only books that are similar to me
Mm.
because then it's like I'm not learning anything and I'm not going anywhere
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
So I read a lot from around the world. I haven't read that many books. I haven't read any book actually set where I live.
Hmm.
So there's that. But I just love learning about other people, cultures, and experiences that are nowhere near my own, if
Hmm.
that makes sense.
Yeah. It does.
Thing. Not necessarily shape shifting, but more like spiritual. The other book I read from him is Beauty is a Wound.
Cool. That sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm writing that up as well. Another like cool title, Beauty is a Wound.
Hmm. Adding all of the recommendations.
Yes. Yeah, thank you, Pinar, for letting me know. Then both of Kurniawan's books are representing Indonesia's cultural, religious, historical, social diversity in a unique way, I believe. Well, that's great. That's really cool. Those are like ticking all of my boxes. Cultural, religious, historical, social. Yeah, that sounds really cool. I am definitely adding those to my TBR. So then I think, would you like to do a last sprint maybe?
That would
Because
be
it's
lovely.
12 o'clock now. So I think
Yeah.
it's almost time for lunch. So we can
True.
do a final one.
Yeah.
Um, should we do 30 again or maybe 20?
Whatever you prefer. I'm fine with both.
Okay, then we're doing again 30 minutes. I think that was,
Perfect.
yeah. So good luck, everyone, with whatever you're doing during the sprints. So good luck.
Black. Need to share the screen for the timer.
I
Is he
I
gonna do it
know.
or not?
I sorry.
No.
Took a
Awesome.
total of 10 seconds before I realized. Thank you for reminding me.
No worries.
So now, happy reading.
Happy reading.
So I hope everyone heard the bell ring.
With it.
Yay! Good. How did it go?
It went well. I think I read another about 60 pages. So I'm officially halfway, or more than halfway.
Yay! That's great. It's same
Yeah,
for me. I'm also past the halfway mark.
nice.
Almost exactly.
Yeah, you like it.
I do really enjoy it so far. I think I will um, add the second book to my wish list because I do
Ah,
really enjoy
nice.
it.
Cool.
Yeah. And I've never read a superhero graphic novel before. I have read
Mm-hmm.
like novel form superhero
Mm-hmm.
stories,
Mm.
but never as a graphic novel, which is kind of interesting because it's famously comic, the
Yeah,
whole
true.
superhero thing.
Very true.
But I think also because of that, it works very well.
Yeah, nice.
So I do really enjoy like the art. I think is really beautiful. Like it's like this
Mm-hmm.
inside it as well. That style. I do really enjoy it. I think it's a lot of things are happening. There is a lot of action, not a lot of characters, so not a lot to kind of keep track of, and it's
Yeah,
not confusing. I do really like it.
cool.
It just kind of is weird to think this is in 3 years. I think that's the thing that's kind of like the weirdest to me that this is
Mm-hmm.
in 2025. So in 3 years, this is how Nigeria will look. I don't understand why they picked 2025 for a futuristic setting.
I don't know.
That yeah, that's it. Like it's a choice. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
perhaps there
it's
is
a
a reason
good
behind it, though. Perhaps you need to do some research about it.
yeah. I might have to. Maybe it's kind of like an older story that they
Mm.
changed. I don't know.
Yeah, it could
I will
be.
have to look it up. Yeah, but you enjoy your book so far?
Yeah, like it's not. I'm not obsessed. Um, I'm somewhere. I think it might be like a 3 star or something, because I don't know. There's not really that much happening for some reason. Like I enjoy the characters, I enjoy the story, but I also don't typically read middle grade. So I think it
Yeah,
might be something with that that I just need. I don't know. I just need a bit more to fill up the story, I guess, than what this one does. Like I enjoy the writing, I enjoy the characters, I enjoy the setting and the scenery. So I will also add the sequels to this to my wish list at least, because
yeah,
I do want to read all of Victoria Schwab's books, and I am curious about this story. Um, but yeah, I think it's more a case for me where I just don't typically read middle grade. Um, so, but yeah, so I think currently it's about 3 stars, I would say, possibly
yeah,
like 3.5, but I'm gonna round it to 3 on Goodreads, depending on what happens in the second half, though. But yeah,
yeah, yeah. Of course.
but like
I'm
early
just
thought.
yeah. I'm I'm curious because as you said, it's the first middle grade from that offer.
Yeah.
Like, do you see any differences between the I don't know the YA adult books and this
Hmm.
one in that
Mm,
like story wise, character wise, writing style wise, or would it be like if you didn't know that this was her, would you be able to tell?
I don't think I would be. Like I think Victor, Victoria Schwab's writing varies a lot depending on the book she writes as well. So like this definitely does remind me a bit more of the A Darker Shade of Magic series. I feel like the way it's written, that it's very like character driven. but also like I don't know how to explain it, but she writes in a way that it sort of feels more like you're watching a movie or a TV show. Like it's very,
Oh,
I don't know, it's something I can't really
descriptive.
describe it.
Mm.
Um, so I do think this one reminds me of A Darker Shade of Magic, but I know that The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue that she wrote, that one is very different to her other books. It's definitely more lyrical, and this one is not lyrical at all. Um, but like I guess I can see more some like similarities in the fact that it's more character driven, not really that much of a flowery writing, more straight to the point. But I don't think I would have known it was the same author if I didn't know it, like just by
Yeah,
reading it. I mean,
yeah,
so,
I see. I find that so like interesting. I haven't, as far as I know at least, I haven't read the
yeah. Mm,
same author in different kinds of genres I have,
yeah,
but demographics, like
hmm,
one that is for middle grade or children's and one that
yeah,
is for adults, it's
yeah,
usually authors stick with one
yeah,
or sometimes do adult and YA, but I
yeah.
think it's kind of rare to do adult YA and middle grade. Like
I
that's
agree.
just from what I think. So I
Yeah,
find it
and
interesting to see if because the story has to change depending on how old the characters are.
yeah, of
I just
course.
find that very interesting.
Yeah. I know that her most recent book has been released now, Gallant, and I
Oh
think that
yeah.
one is YA, but many say that it reads more like a middle grade. So I'm very curious about that
Mm.
one. I would have ordered it, but I think it's gonna be in one of my like the book boxes. So I'll just wait until I get that
Ah,
one. Um, so I'm very curious about that one because I think that's the first YA I will read by W. Schwab in that case. Because the other books I've read have been like new adult.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, that would be interesting.
I am curious also because I saw that she has a graphic novel
Yeah.
that also like made me curious. I haven't read from her. I did attempt A Darker Shade of Magic. I think
Mm.
that's the name of the series. I did start it, but I had it as an audiobook and I didn't like it.
Ah.
Um, I didn't like the narrator and all of the like
Mm.
I just didn't vibe with it, so I just DNF'd it. But I
Yeah.
would like to give her another chance if I would find it as kind of like a physical copy or an
Yeah.
ebook. I think I would like it because it sounds like she has these great concepts for books that I would
Yeah.
enjoy probably.
Yeah. I personally love the A Darker Shade of Magic series. I think I need to reread it at some point because I read it when I was getting back into reading a few years back and I loved it. But I do think that perhaps you would really appreciate the Addie LaRue book. I think that could be a vibe
Yeah,
for you potentially.
I
The
will
Invisible
write
Life of
that.
Addie LaRue.
Uh, say the title again.
The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Because I feel like many that enjoy the A Darker Shade of Magic series might not enjoy the Addie LaRue book or vice versa. Like they are very
Ah,
different in the way that they are written as well. Which
yeah,
I think is really cool also that she as an author she tries different things and writes very differently. That's really interesting.
yeah, I agree. Now we have. I did some lecture slides during the break already, but I am now 11 slides into a new slide set, 24 slides left. That's
Good
good.
job. That's really
Yeah,
good. Slides take time
that's
actually.
progress. And Charlotte, have you read The Archived by Victoria Schwab?
I haven't. It's on my TBR for Victoria Schwab, I guess.
Mm.
What I read from her is A Darker Shade of Magic series, the Villains series, Adelarue, the first graphic novel in the Shades of Magic universe, and now
Ah,
this one. So I still have a lot of explore. Uh, but yeah, so I think I read, I guess, like 7 of her books or something.
ooh, wow. What is like the archived? I think that is another title that is intriguing.
Yeah,
A lot of good titles.
I recognize, but I don't remember what it is about. I think it's one
Yeah.
of her earlier series. It's not the same as the Savage Song and Dark Duet books, or are they? I need to look. Or maybe they are.
It
I don't know, but
confuses me a
first,
little bit.
first line
Yeah.
in the description is really interesting. It says,
Yeah.
"Imagine a place where the dead rest on shelves like books." That's not cool.
Wow. Okay, that's wow.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I have a bunch more to read from her, but I'm slowly but surely working on it.
Did you like the graphic novel that you had? Have you
Yeah,
read
I
it?
did. It did feel a bit more like, your typical like filler episode. Like there was not really that much that happened, but I am still intrigued by it, and I got the second volume from you for Christmas
Ah,
that I'm super excited about. So I think
yeah.
in April I will try and make like a video or something, or a challenge where I read only graphic novels. So that's when I'm gonna read that one. That's the plan.
Yeah, I see. Because that I think you said that it was from or it's a companion
Yeah,
or is yeah.
exactly. It's because um, the graphic novel series is actually about the king of A Dark Shade of Magic before he became the king. So it's
Ah,
like a prequel sort of story about, I guess, the father of one of the character stories. So it's like same universe, but focused on a different character.
ooh, that's cool.
Mm.
That's really cool.
And I know that Victoria Schwab is now writing like a new, I think it's trilogy in the same universe that I think takes place 7 years after the events of A Darker Shade of Magic. So that I think there will be new characters, but also the previous characters will be featured in the story, and more than just cameos, which is exciting too, because I really loved those characters. Yeah. I
I
just
think
love
it's
when like
fun
a
when
universe keeps growing and books get intertwined and all of that. It's so cool.
I agree. I agree. That's also something that kind of puts me off some series when I find out that they have like companion series
Ah,
and like that the world like with Robin Hobb, for example, I think some
yeah,
of her books sound really, really cool.
yeah,
But then there's like 5 different trilogies that are connected,
yeah.
and you're like, "But how that's so many books."
But
And
for me, that's what makes me excited and intrigued. I love that. I want that. I
yeah.
want a huge universe. But I understand also why people might be put off by that. It makes complete sense.
Have you read from her, Robin Hobb?
I haven't. I still have like the first
No.
book on my shelf, and
Yeah,
I want to so badly because I do think I would love the series and the universe. But as you were saying, it's a lot to get into.
yeah. Because I was thinking about you because the second trilogy in that universe is pirates.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
So I felt like that might be something, but I haven't read them, so I couldn't, like, recommend them,
Yeah.
but I've
I'll
heard
work
great
my
things
way to
about
them.
them.
I will.
Mm. Yes, the archived is one of the older series, and it's not the same
Mm,
series as Savage Song.
okay,
That's
that's what
kind
I
of
see.
like the one where music is magic, or you
Yeah, I
use
think so.
magic for music.
That also
That's
sounds
also a
so
cool
cool.
concept.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as you're saying, like the concepts she writes about are amazing. Like they sound so great.
yeah. Like she must have like a great imagination.
Yeah, exactly.
It only has two books out. It was originally supposed to be free books, but the publisher sadly didn't pick up book free.
Aw.
What?
But perhaps one
No.
day though, like I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes if an author becomes really popular, people will sign their other books as well and like make them continue with series if there's enough of a demand for it.
Yeah. I agree. Like we see all the time that books are republished
Yeah,
and changed a little bit and just remarketed and all of that. And then they're super popular. Like with Dune, for example,
yeah,
no one had read that for a long time. And then it was picked up again, and now
yeah,
it's like a huge book, got a new movie, and that. So it can just like wait, and it might be picked up.
exactly. No, it
Yeah,
is
so
that way.
yeah, I hope that the second book didn't end on a super big cliffhanger because then
That's
that
for
would
sure.
be extremely annoying if there's no book free.
Like I've experienced that with like TV shows as well. Like you watch the first season of a show and you love it, but then no one ever picks up the second season. You're like,
Yeah.
damn it, why did I watch it?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there should be in the contract that if it's canceled, the
Yeah,
show gets at least 1 hour episode just
yeah,
to wrap things up.
that's fair.
Yeah, like that happened to Timeless. I know it was like it
Ah,
had a lot of like things happening that was not resolved,
yeah.
and they canceled it.
Mhm.
The viewers, the fans had like basically went against everyone because they wanted so badly to have a new season.
Mhm.
So, what are they called? Like not the publishers, but for series TV. I don't know. I can't come up with a name right now for it, but I hope that everyone knows what I mean.
Mm.
They decided that okay, we hear you, fans. We're gonna give it a 2 hour episode. So it was like split into two episodes, 1 hour
Ah,
each, just to wrap everything up. And they
that's
did
nice.
it in a way that I didn't realize that that was not planned.
Oh,
So it was very well done. I am
that's
sad that
good.
they didn't give us another season,
Yeah,
but I do like what they did,
yeah.
that they did that for the fans. I think
Mm.
every show that gets canceled should get that.
Yeah. That's a great idea, actually. I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah. And if like a third book in a trilogy isn't picked up, then you should get like a novella or something,
Yeah, yeah,
just for the fans to wrap it up so it's not, you spend that much time on a story, on the characters, and then it's like just abruptly ends. And like,
definitely.
what happens? What happens?
Yeah.
Yeah. I read most of E. Schwab's books. I think I'm only missing the graphic novels and Gallant.
Ooh, cool. I'm not a
Ooh,
fan.
another fan. I know that you have a shrine, right, Charlotte?
I call it my shrine, but it's
Yeah.
a shelf on my bookcase dedicated to V Shop. So I have one for like my favorite fantasies, one for my Backman, Fredrik Backman books, and one for my V Schwab
Yeah.
books. So like I have them gathered together and on display because they look good together.
Yeah. I do like that when an author has kind of like matching covers throughout.
Mm,
They look like very beautiful together. as a
Yeah,
set.
definitely.
Then the producers, thank you. Yes, that's the word. Not publishers for
Yeah,
TV.
produce.
Producers. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah. And I hope that everyone has had kind of like a nice, relaxing morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are, with whatever you've been doing. I'm very happy to be over one half into this book. Like, I didn't think it was going to be 300 pages long as a graphic novel, but I do really enjoy it so far. So I'm really happy about that.
That's great. Do you think
Yeah.
you will finish it this weekend?
Yeah, I will. We
Nice.
do have another live with reading sprints, productivity sprints tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. GMT.
Hmm.
So that is for those of you who live by Central European Standard Time. That's 6:30 in the evening. So we have that coming tomorrow as well, and I will put that on the little Twitter thing. And if any of you finished books or you want to sign up, all of that is in the description below. And thank you for this, friends. Thank you for being here. It's been a lot
Yeah,
of
thank you.
fun. V. Schwab's books match so
Mhm.
well for the British editions, besides Addie. It was so unfortunate. Yeah, I can agree. I haven't seen those, but I understand the frustration when they
Yeah.
don't match.
There's sort of like
Yeah.
a color scheme with her books. Like they're all red, black, and white, basically, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
my color scheme, so that's perfect.
Goes with everything.
Exactly. Perfect
Yeah.
accessory.
I wonder if she has the same kind of creative team for all of her books.
I don't know, actually.
Yeah.
I think the publishers are typically the same, but I think just
Yeah.
uh, as we were talking about too, like Addie LaRue is such a different book, so perhaps they just
Yeah.
decided to go for a very different vibe with that one. Could be
Yeah.
trying something new as well.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Mm.
Yeah. So thanks for this, friends. I hope that I will see some of you tomorrow for the evening sprints. So now, just before we end, I have links to Charlotte and as well as the other team leaders in the description below. So you should definitely check Charlotte and the others out because they're all amazing. And Charlotte actually had like a very fun vlog out just the other day, reading romance books, which was a lot of fun. Like she always has like very fun vlogs, I think. Like I always enjoy them. Maybe you can just describe what you do on your channel a little bit.
Sure, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Kevin was saying, I my most recent video was a video where I read some romances, like very popular romances, and a bit of a more spicy romance, and also more of a cute romance. But yeah, other things I do on my vlog is I get vlog my YouTube channel is
Yeah.
that of course I do the typical TBRs and wrap ups, but I also try to make some more reading challenges and yeah, come up with various ideas for things, I guess. I don't have anything particular in the pipeline at the current moment, but I'm hoping to have a lot of exciting content coming up during the rest of March and also in April when I hope to do some more reading challenges and stuff.
Yeah.
And also, once again, huge thank you to Kevin for creating
Yeah.
this readathon and having me included and being so sweet and lovely all the time. So,
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's been really nice to have you here for the reading part, but also like discussing outside of it. But this, like, I'm very happy though to do a little live with all of you. So
yeah,
thank you all so much for joining us. And I like that we have like a lot of variety. Some of you did some reading, some of you studied and had a lot of other things to go instead, or to do instead is the word. But thank you all for being here. It's been a lot of fun. So, yeah, thank you so much. And happy weekend. And goodbye.
Have a nice weekend.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
bye.